Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So this is the mold that I was looking for the other day and I couldn't find it. My husband's like, hon, I know it's going to be right in plain sight. So I did the art walk yesterday, had a fantastic turnout again. So I was sore this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. So I'm like, all right, I need to make heads or tails of my molds. I had like molds everywhere. So I was like, so I come down, I cleaned out my drawers, I reorganized, and I'm like, okay, I've gone through everything. I still can't find my soap dispenser mold. So I went up, I took a break, I came back down, and I'm like, well, I'm going to start cleaning on the outside of my studio. The first box I moved, boom, there it was. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So yeah, so I found it with a couple of other molds that I was looking for. So I went back through my video, and this, I had said it takes 12 ounces. So I mixed up 14 ounces just to make sure. I also got this in, and this is the new 3D butterfly. So we're going to pour this today. I am going to try to pull out an ounce separate from what we're doing with this, and hopefully it's enough. But you can see there's like 2 layers of the wings. So we're definitely going to be pouring that. And then I got this little bow. It just makes little bows. So I'm like, well, that would be good for extras as well. So I'm going to put this aside if we need it. So the colors that I'm going to do more of an opaque. We're going to do the Hananda Turquoise, which is a mica powder from Eye Candy, which I do have a discount code in the description below. And then we're going to use the Sukio Blue from Eye Candy. And then we're going to use the Ocean White in the Let's Resin Pigment. I am going to use my 3-cup, and we're going to just do like a swirl. I have not used these. I've had them for a while. I have not used them, but... So the reason I'm redoing this mold is when I made this jar, it came out beautiful. Everything came out beautiful. I had no bubbles, except for this front face has something on it. And I don't know if I can get the camera to pick it up. See right there? So I don't know if that is in the mold or if I got something on it when I took it out. I don't know. I've tried cleaning it, so I obviously can't sell this because it's got this. I mean, if I had waited and put the stickers on the outside, I could have hid this, but I didn't. So that's why we're redoing this jar, so that I can see if there is something on the outside. So I've got my resin mixed up. I'm just using the Bond Craftor 1-to-1. So I had this mixing, and we're going to just clean these off. And the last time I forgot to clean my jug. So an hour this morning spent trying to scrape the dried resin out of there. Oh my word. So yeah, not good. And as I don't know if you can tell, I have a new mat. This is a Teflon mat. They're meant to go in the bottom of your oven. But nothing is supposed to stick to these. So they should clean easier. And I'll be able to slide my mold on this much easier. All right, so I'm just wiping whatever extra I can off these blades, and I'm gonna wipe that with a paper towel. I'm gonna grab a baby wipe. And finish just wiping this down. I am gonna spray a little bit of alcohol. Yeah, so if I don't do it when I'm doing my project, guys, I forget. So that is why I'm gonna empty this. We're gonna separate it into 3 different cups. And I'm just kind of going around making sure that everything from the sides got mixed in. And these are my cups that I use to measure. So we're gonna pour 6 ounces. No, we'll do 4. And I'll do 4. All right, that way I'll have 3 equal parts. So I'm just gonna get some of I'm just gonna pour some in here because trying to get this out of this container is brutal. And oh my gosh, I'm already making a mess. All right, so let's stir the white. And I do want this to be like really opaque and really white. I'm gonna put a little bit more. That should do it. So I might have to fill my pouring cup a couple of times, but we will see. All right, so that's looking good. I'm gonna wipe my stick. And let's do the turquoise. Oops. Start with that. Oh my goodness. I've got blue everywhere. All right, let's get this stirred. And this way here, by scraping the sides, I'm making sure like whatever was left in the cup gets mixed into the resin. think that's gonna be good. And that is the mica powder. And then in this one, we are going to do the pigment paste. So we'll have 2 paste and 1 mica powder. And this is a really, really pretty blue, guys. Once this is all mixed in. But I'm thinking this is going to stay a little bit more translucent than I want. So what can I put in here to like just darken it a little bit? Because I want it to be opaque. Let's see what. All right, let's try adding a little bit of the this is the Something High Blue. So we'll pop a little bit of this in there. And this is also eye candy. And just see if we can kind of get it to be a little bit more on the opaque side. Well, it's giving a nice swirl in there. I'm going to put just a little bit more in there, and then we're going to call it. It is a gorgeous blue. I was hoping to get a little bit more opaque, but if not, we'll see what happens. Because basically, I'm just trying to test to see this mold, if it is a defective mold or was it my error. Look at that. That is so pretty. It looks way lighter on my camera than it is in person. All right. So, I'm going to do the 2 darks on the outside and the white in the middle. And hopefully we will get a pretty swirl. I don't know. All right, let me just wipe my stick here. So I have not used these containers yet. I've been wanting to. I just haven't got around to doing it. So I'm like, why not do this today? Right. And we will get this. Crap, I mixed all of my colors. Crap, crap, crap. Well, we're going to see what we have left to do a butterfly. Oh, my goodness. I mean, either one of these darker colors will, and I think it's going to be the white that we end up having the most of. Oh well. Maybe we'll just do a swirly Q butterfly. All right. I'm going to start with the cover. Get that. All right, we'll start with that. I'm going to get this sprayed. So I'm kind of trying to go like in circles so that maybe we can get all three of the colors on each side, is my hopes. So let's fill these up again. And hopefully they don't just mush together and make a blob. Okay, so I did have less white, so that's a good thing. So let's scrape this white. I just didn't want a white butterfly, which we could have colored it. You know, that wouldn't have been a problem, but I'm going to spray this, and I'm going to wipe this out right now, guys. Just because if I don't, I'm going to forget again. Because that's just, you know, so I just sprayed it with alcohol. I'm wiping the bulk of that wet resin out. And then I'm going to take my baby wipe. Oops, I'm going to spray this again. And we are going to wipe this out. And that way, I know I'm ready to go if I need to mix up more resin. There we go. Done. Finito. All right, so. Now I have a whole bunch of white down at the very top. So I'm just gonna scrape that, and we will get this one scraped. So, like I said, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we will see. And I'm just going to pour a little in there, because this one seemed to have a little bit more of that turquoise. Okay. And I do want to wipe that little piton off. All right, that looks good. All right. I'm gonna spray that, set that over there for right now, because I want to get my butterfly poured. And this does look like a handmade mold. So I'm hoping we're going to do it in this blue. So I'm going to pour it down the first layer. Let me get a stick here. And I want to make sure that we get those tips, because I don't want any bubbles forming in there. And then we will finish. I'm not going to fill it full because I want to squish it around again. All right, I think that is good. And now we will finish filling it up. All right. Just move that back. So the swirl in this is looking really good. So we do have some left. So let's make a few bows. I'm thinking these are going to be matte. But we'll see. I mean, they kind of look shiny, but yet they don't. So, you know, it's one of those, you don't really know until you demold, which I mean, I don't care if it's matte or shiny. I really don't. So, let's see. We'll spray one, and we'll just see how many we can make of the blue, because these would be really good embellishments to add, like to the outside of a box or a jar, or, you know, anything like that. And there's different sizes. So you get 4 different sizes in each. So there are like little ribs. So I will take my dotting tool and kind of go in there. Just to get that down that bow, you know, like the middle piece, because I'm thinking that would probably be the area that would trap a bubble, if there's any bubbles that's going to get trapped. All right, let me finish topping this. And I think we're going to have enough of this last one. And then if I've got to pull out my my little turtles, because now I know where I put those, I can pour those. I'm just going to wipe this stick, and let's do this other color. And that way we will have an idea of what each color looks like. Whoa. That was way too much. I really don't think there will be like any bubbles under there, but you never know. So we are just gonna go on the side of caution. Let's pop those few. All right, so got them. And, you know what we're gonna do? This is going to be coming up in another video, but I am gonna try one. So I bought this fidget spinner kit. So we're gonna do a whole video on that. So, but I just want, I mean, I have enough resin, so why not? So I'm probably gonna do them in some UV resin, but we will just get these poured, and that way too it will give me a good idea of what they look like when they're finished, you know, when they are demolded. We've got, don't think we'll have enough for two. Oh well, let's try it. Let's see if we can get enough to make two. So this one, I am gonna try and get my color swirled. Or at least so we can see two colors in here. am making a mess. Let's pour that in there. And I will try to scoop out some of the turquoise. All right, so that is full. And I will just grab my, let's see, we'll just grab this little turtle mold. And I also found my other little flowers. So now we will have a whole bunch of different flowers. These two colors actually mixed together are really, really pretty. Now I'm almost wishing I had just mixed those two colors together. But I do need to make another pen holder. So this might be the color that we go for. I don't know if we're going to get 4. We might. Oh, we're gonna, guys. All right, that is, I mean, if I had another little mold like this, I might be able to get one more, but, you know, we're just gonna say we used as much as we could. Wipe this. I'm just gonna let that stick away. I'm gonna wipe this down. I'm gonna spray this, and I'm gonna use a baby wipe. Take a paper towel and we're gonna kind of wipe out what we can out of this cup, and then I will take the baby wipe I'll just use this dirty baby wipe to get the bulk of the other colors. Okay, give this a good spray, and we will wipe this out. And it's so flimsy, it's like hard to wipe, but I know if I don't clean it now, once I shut that camera off, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll do it when I come back down, and you know, that won't happen. So I'm just trying to get at least, you know, the bulk of it out. There we go. And take a little, oops, well that squirted everywhere. And I'll just take a micro brush and just get those little corners. There, look at that. Got it all out. So now we are ready to go on the next one. Just trying to clean my mess. This mat is supposed to clean much easier, so hopefully I can keep this pretty clean. Look at that. So I am going to leave these two colors out because once these come out and we see what that color is, I think that's going to be my next holder, pencil holder, brush holder, whatever the thing is called. All right, so, oh, got something in there. All right, so I will be back on Demold and we will be able to see if it's my mold that's bad. And if it is, then I have to, you know, put the stickers on the outside. If not, then I know that it was just something that I did. Oh, all right. I better leave these alone before I completely and utterly make a mess. All right, guys. I will be back on Demold. Alrighty, guys. These are all cured. So let's get our little baby turtles out. I really like that color. All right, so we've got our 4 little turtle guys. Let's do the bows. Oh, those came out really cute. No bubbles. Still a little bendy. Those are really, really pretty. Oop. Yep, if I could hold on to them, they'd be even prettier. Just saying. All right, so those are the blue. So we can even do these in the mix to mold. These are going to be good when we start doing Christmas stuff, which I will probably start doing a few Christmas things. Hopefully next week we can do like a Christmas in July week or something like that. Oh, but I don't know. I like this color too. I don't know. I like them both. I think I like that turquoise. That is a really pretty color. And I hope we have a little bit of marbling in our soap dispenser. All right, so those are some of our extras. So let's check out one of the fidget spinners. Oh, is kind of cool. So we will put this together in just a bit. Gonna get everything out first. That is really pretty. So we only got a little bit of the blue in there. Definitely got more on the back. But nonetheless, they're still pretty. I'm dying to see this butterfly. And, of course, we got a bubble. Why wouldn't we? All right, so we got a bubble here, little one there. But look at how, I mean, the camera is not even remotely showing this color. Let me see if I put something. It's a little bit better, but it's still, I mean, it is gorgeous. So I do have a little trimming to do. Once it's completely cured and hard. Okay. Let's get our cover out and hope we have all three colors. Oh, we do. And we got no bubbles around there. Got a little trim to do, but that is really pretty. And I don't remember how difficult this was to demold. So we are gonna, just to be on the safe side, we're gonna put a little spritz down there. I am gonna wipe off some of the extra so I don't get it on all my cuts on my hands. All right. I think I should have picked the round one. I think the round one would have been easier to demold. All right. Just gonna kind of loosen that up. Get that alcohol moving around. All right, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. I know I'm off camera, guys, but I had to pull the center out. And we did get all three colors, and whatever it is in my mold. See it? This is only the second time that I poured it. We did get a few little micro bubbles. But overall, it is really pretty. And then that just gets glued on the top. And I forgot to grab the little thingy-ding. So that stinks. It's a brand new mold. I've only used it twice. And that one side is, it is flawed. There is like a line there, but I don't feel anything. Oh, man. Well, that stinks. But I can put a sticker or something on there. Definitely got some trimming to do. So, let's get these fidget spinners. So they come with the little bearings, and they come with one that has like a little nib, and the other one has a little hole. So you need one of each to assemble. So the little bearing goes in the little spinner, and then you put one piece on one side and the other piece on the other side, and we have a spinner. So that one is pretty just the way it is. You know, we could definitely dress them up, but we'll do that on the video when I make all 4 of them, and we'll do something special to them. Because I have enough centers that I can make 10, and I have 4, there's 4 different shapes. So we made 2 that will give me, I can make the other 8, and that will give me the 10. So that is that. And I believe on these little guys, I am just going to put these little clip things, little pins on there. I don't know what is sticky on there, but I guess I'll just get rid of that bag. So yeah, these are just like little stick pins. So this one doesn't need any trimming. This one's good. This one needs a little trim. This one as well. So these 3 all need a trim. So I'm just gonna let these harden up a little bit overnight. I was actually in bed and I got up to undo this video because I couldn't wait. That was driving me crazy, and I wanted to see the butterfly. And I left my deburring tool upstairs. So let me see. No, it's still too soft, so I'm gonna wait, and we will put that together. I'm still gonna put it together. I will probably pull out a few stickers or something that we can decorate it, trim the bottom. The bows, I think I am gonna leave just the way they are because they're really pretty. So I think I'm gonna leave the bows. I will do something with this little guy. So I definitely got to trim him up. And I can just file that down. So we won't even see that, that bubble. In fact, I'm going to do that right now while it is still bendable. And it's not sharp or anything. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with this. I don't know if I'm going to put a magnet on it, because it would make a nice fridge magnet. And then the bubbles really, you know, you wouldn't even see them. I'll probably put some rhinestones down the front. So yeah, so we will finish these up. I'm going to let them finish getting hard. And then I will be back and I'll have everything ready and we will get these finished up. So I will be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so what I have done is I just put some rhinestones on the butterfly. And once those are cured, I still don't know if I'm going to make it a magnet or I'm going to save it to put on a piece. I'm not sure yet. So, but I did do that. And on the little turtles, I just put these little clips. So I'm just waiting for those to finish curing. I didn't do anything to the fidget spinners or anything like that. But I did pull out some of my DTF stickers because I need to get that spot covered. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut some of this off right here. That way we still have the words and some of the butterfly. So these are the DTF. So they have two, they have a front and a back that needs to get peeled. So we will get the back off if we can. Okay. And even though I don't think I have fingerprints on there, I'm gonna give this a wipe anyways, just to be safe. And the wording is not gonna really show, but I mean, it will show to a point, but, you know, not like it as if it were white. And then we're going to peel this back, but we got to make sure that we tack down everything else. There. So now we can't really see that scratchy look part. So I pulled out two that had the darker blue and then two that had more of like a turquoise, so we could, and I'm just gonna put them on each side. Like this one, I will not have to trim. Maybe I'll put it on this side. Now we'll put it on this side. I probably could have overlapped. I'm just thinking of that now. Come on. There we go. I mean, I could see the plastic. I just couldn't get it to lift up. And then this will also cover up some of those micro bubbles. Yeah. So, and then on the back, I want to do the dark, the ones with the darker, let's see. I guess it doesn't matter. All of a sudden I don't like that line there, but oh well. So I figure we get these on before I glue my top on, because yeah, this one's gonna work better here, because then I can overlap a little bit of that flower. And I wiped one side and I didn't wipe the others. Oh my gosh. Sometimes, you know, I wonder about my brain. Oops. All right, so note to self, do not put over your already laid down piece, or you will pull it up. There we go. Whew. Yeah, that looks much better coming over that. Okay. But you can see like the little micro bubbles in there, so these stickers will help disguise that. I should have ran it through the debubbler, but I was more, focused on getting it made to see if, you know, was it the mold that's damaged, which now we know it is. So whenever I make this piece, I will have to have something that I'm going to put on the outside, at least on that one side, because it's in the mold. So now it's going to go over on two sides. Try to get this side up first. Oh, yes. Yay! So now we have our cute little fixed soap dispenser. And I forgot my deburring tool upstairs still, so we're just gonna go around with this really easy. I just want that to be like flat so that when I glue this cover on, it is not going to go anywhere. I'm sorry, I'm off camera, guys. Sorry. I have to be careful with an X-Acto knife because you guys know how clumsy I am. All right, so we are going to fix that right in the middle like that. And I think we're going to go with a silver cap. So it's going to look like that. So we managed to save it. You can still see a few micro bubbles underneath, but it's a soap dispenser, so I'm saying the bubbles were meant to be there. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. All right, so I got my E6000. Let's see. And I am going to go around the edge, but not too much. I want it to ooze to the edge, but not out, because then we will have cleanup. And I do want some in here. Okay. And I'm just seeing if I can kind of match up the colors. And there we have it. Have our little cover. And then once that is, you know, completely dry, then this will just screw right on there. Just like that. And that makes a beautiful piece for your bathroom or your kitchen sink if you use, you know, like I use liquid hand soap in my bathroom and in my kitchen. And I do want to take a micro brush because I can see some of the glue is oozing out on this side right here. So just a little. All right, and then I'm not gonna, getting some alcohol, and I'm just cleaning up that extra little glue that was there. Alrighty. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you liked this video, please consider subscribing. It does help me out. If you could either leave a comment or even an emoji, that helps let YouTube know that you guys like my content, and they will spread it out further. So I will, you know, be discovered by more people. And there we go. So I am liking this Teflon mat. It's just an oven liner. All right. And I'll clean that up again after. So just to recap, these are the fidget spinners. So the next video is probably going to be the fidget spinners, but I am going to do some in glow in the dark, and we're going to use UV resin to make these. We're going to probably have to do it in layers because they are fairly thick. So we'll do a couple in the UV resin. We'll see how it cures. And then if I decide that I have to mix up some resin, I will. Because now that I'm looking at them, they are a bit thick for UV, but, you know, the molds are see-through, so they will cure from both sides, hopefully. So, yes. And I have a plan for this one. And got some in the middle, but that's not a big deal. And then we had our beautiful little bows that we will put something on. I mean, even these would have been cute on, you know, if we didn't put the sticker, we could have put like a bow, or we could have, you know, had like 2 bows going in different directions or whatever. So yeah, we can do a lot with these. These are going to be good for extras for sure. And then I can just get a stockpile, and you can even put magnets, make a magnets. You can drill a hole, you know, make it a keychain, but yeah. So, and I am going to try something. I have got some silicone oil. These are silicone. So I'm going to put silicone oil in on the outside edges, and we will probably re-pour this. It won't be a permanent fix, but maybe it will help. I don't know. So I'll think about that. We'll probably do this again in a couple of days. So yeah, that's the video for today. I will get you guys some pictures, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.